Go ahead, Mom.
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Very well.
Okay. So it's another exciting edition of Uche Kitchen, and we have a wonderful person in our midst who has agreed to come tell us what the cash cow truly means. He's no other person than Mr. Chibuzor Paul Ezidiuku. He has been gracious enough to come talk to us and possibly take questions. But please hold your peace until he's done. He will entertain questions after he's done talking. Mr. Chibuzor, you have the floor.
Thank you so much.
First of all, sorry, I think before you dive into the issue of the day, could you please tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah. My name is Ezidiuku Paul Chibuzor. I'm from Uguta, local government of Imo State.
Yes, sir.
Precisely, I'm from Ebuoma. Precisely, Uguta local government. Born and brought up in Lagos. I'm married. I have.
That's my brother. If he's from Ebuoma.
Yeah, Benson. I'm from Ebuoma. Which side of Ebuoma are you from?
He's not from Ebuoma. Please continue.
Your Eze is my brother.
Okay. So I'm from Ebuoma. I'm from Uguta local. I'm married and with 3 kids. Spent all my life in Nigeria. Just moved my family to the UK. Presently, I'm in the UK. And I'm the managing director of CC Makari, a group of companies. CC Makari has 3 companies attached to it. CC Makari, we have CC Makari Company Limited, which is into export of charcoal and agro-allied commodities. Then we have Makari Football Club. Makari Football Club is owned by myself as the chairman and my wife as the vice chairman. CC Makari is owned by me, just me as a chairman. Then we have a new company, which is Cocoa Industrial Limited. Cocoa Industrial Limited is into the production, processing of palm kernel oil. So this is the new company we are presently building. We are not done. We are like 90% done. Hopefully by the first quarter of next year, we will start production. The Cocoa Industrial Limited is located in the Epe part of Lagos.
Okay.
CC Makari is also located in Lagos, but we have our factory in Oyo State, in a small village called Igogo, in the Ibarapa local government of Oyo State. And we also have another factory in a place called Sabongida. Sabongida is the Jeba local government of Kwara State. This is where we have our warehouses, where we process charcoal and we export them out of Nigeria. On the UK, I'm in the UK presently. Just like I said, my businesses in Nigeria are going. So we're just here to talk, interact. I have just a few minutes to share that. Just like I told IJ, it's an ongoing conversation. It's not a conversation that ends today. Even if we cannot exhaust all the questions, I'm always part of this platform. So anytime, any day, these questions can also come up, we can answer. Also, you can feel free to interact. I know someone called me. I think someone called me on phone, if it is informal.
Yeah, a couple of people asked me your number.
Yes.
Your number.
I think somebody called me on phone and added 2 or 3 other persons. They really wanted to know more about the export of charcoal. So I think I took my time to explain to them. So I'm going to be realistic here.
It's probably Anambra people, informal them people.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, it was Winnie that called. I gave her the number.
Okay, Winnie.
Okay. So I'm going to be realistic. I'm not just talking. I'm not the people who just talk. There are people who don't have any businesses, but they say they are conducting seminars for businesses. and they don't have any business. They just go write what they get from computers and they give that or no. I'm going to be talking about these businesses because I've gone into these businesses. Now, in the process of opening these 3 businesses, I've opened 3 other businesses that have failed. I've opened 3 other businesses that have failed.
Me too.
That have failed, and I'll also tell you the reason why they failed. Those businesses did not materialize, and those businesses did not come to.
Chibuzor, just for people who are listening, if you could put the hashtag #TalkNadu, that is Chibuzor. He's talking about what he's doing.
Exactly.
Exactly. TalkNadu. Carry on. Thank you for listening.
So I'll try as much as possible to be fast. But IJ, please feel free. If you cannot exhaust the conversations today, we'll book another time again. It's an ongoing conversation. So I'm always ready to, because this platform is so dear to me. It's a platform that I enjoy. And if I need to give my 2% sense, if I need to give my 2% this thing on this platform to make sure, we expose people. Some of us on this platform might be business owners. Some of them might be business owners. It can be small scale, it can be medium scale, it can be large scale.
But you just get a job as a businessman.
Yeah, we can have our different processes of engaging our businesses.
Yes.
I'm going to be talking because these are businesses that have succeeded. These are businesses that have yielded results. The reason why I'm where I am today is because of these businesses. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, in business, people are always scared of business, especially a lot of us in diaspora. The reason why we are scared is because we are not there.
Yes.
Number 2, why we are scared is because of what we call trust. We do not trust the people we engage. We entrust these businesses in their hands. And number 3, also why people are scared is also finance. I keep telling people, finance is not the most important thing in business. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing in business is the idea of the business you want to go into. You can have money. If you don't have the right business, in 1 month, the money goes out. In 1 month, you will lose your funds. So you can see that the money is not the most important thing. The most important thing is the business. You can have a business idea, you don't have money, but you can get money for somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there are different ways by which we can. People think businesses is just, it must come from your own funds. No. If I tell you how much Dangote Refinery borrowed from First Bank to build Dangote Refinery, even Dangote Refinery collected a loan from CBN to form Dangote Refinery. But the truth of the matter is that there's nobody Dangote will go to today that will not give him money because they know he has the capacity.
Yes.
He has a network. His network is more than what is borrowing from you. So if he has this network, he has the collateral. So you will be free to give him your money.
Very true.
So what I'm saying this is that finance is not the first thing. The first thing is to get a business. A business you are passionate about. You know you're going to be in charge of. You're going to run. Now, an example of that is that when I started CC Macari Company, I was working in the bank when I left university. I just moved from Heritage Bank to Sterling Bank. And Sterling Bank sent me to an export training as one of their best staff there. So in that export training, the export person who was teaching us said there are 120 items you can export out of Nigeria. At that moment, the
120 items.
Items, yes, that you can export out of Nigeria. Ranging from foodstuffs to agro-ally to people export as much as Malta Guinness. People export a lot of things. So there are lots you can export. At that point, the wires in my ears begin to move. And that is where I always tell people, opportunity brings, preparedness brings beget opportunities. You must be ready. If you're not prepared, once opportunity comes, it passes you by. And that is why, for me, probably is a gift. I know how to sniff opportunity. If opportunity comes to my bedroom now, I will sniff it very easy. Very, very, very easy. Because I see opportunity in everything I want to do. Now, at that point, when I went to the export class, I got this information. I had to research. I went to understudy. And at the end of the day, I didn't have fun. As a banker, then I was just able to save 800,000 in my 5 years in the bank. Then, even as an assistant banking officer, where my salary was 120,000. Then, so what do I do? I have a business idea. So what I did was that I looked at, there was a young boy I met in training school whose father is a very wealthy man in Kano. So I spoke my idea to the guy. I told him, this is the idea I have. I need collaboration. He said, okay, his father has money, but his father does not know what he does with his money. His father is looking for where to put his money. I said, okay, Why not talk to your father? He spoke to the father. The father invited me to Kano. I flew over to Kano. And that's why I always tell people, why I said, the reason why I'm giving this story is because of the father. I said, finance is not the first thing in business. The first thing is the idea. Because there are so many ways you can get finance. You can get finance through crowdfunding. You know that in this class, as we are, how many of us are in this class? 7 of us. You know, 7 of us can bring 5 million times 7, which is 35 million, and do a business. And the 7 of us will share the profits. That is crowdfunding. 7 of us can even bring 20,000 naira together. Let me give you an example. I opened
like a 20,000 naira at once, so that even if it doesn't work out, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
you will pay me.
Let me give you an example.
I'll do the 20,000 one.
20,000 can get lost. We won't cry.
That's what I'm saying. I can do that
Well,
one because
5 million will disappear. Will disappear.
they've done us. They died for a bella.
So you see, the fact is that for having your personal funds is not the first thing. You can get what we call crowdfunding. Apart from crowdfunding, you can do what we call an investor funding. That was what that man did. So when I went to Kano, I gave him my proposal. Also, even though we are not in the process of proposal writing, how do you write proposal if you want somebody to invest in your business? That's a topic for another day. But one of the things in my proposal was I was able to tell him the risk in the business. Very, very important. A lot of these people want to invest into you, they want to know the risk. If you drive a proposal to a Dangote and there are no risk inside, it will turn that your proposal will not even, the moment you're leaving, you will excuse it and trash it in the waste bin.
Exactly, yeah.
Because every business has a risk. But the truth is that some business has minimal risk than the other.
Yes.
The business I do has a minimal risk. It has a minimal risk because it's a product that even if it doesn't, the people outside the country does not accept it. You can sell it locally in Nigeria. And most of these women who buy it and they use it for
roasting corn.
Example, those who come, yeah. So you can see. So what I'm saying in essence is that get this business ideas first. Be sure that this is what you want to do. Be sure you have enough information about this business. Having enough information about the business you want to go into is very, very important. Before I went to speak to that man in Kano, I had so much information about that business. I went to understudy a man for 3 months. Mind you, I resigned from the bank after I opened my company. I had to resign. I told myself, okay, I'm going to give myself 5 months. I'm going to be feeding for what I've saved in the bank. I'm going to learn this business and start it up. So the first thing I did was to register a company. That is when CC is Chibuzor Chioma. My name is Chibuzor, my wife's name is Chioma. So that's how CC Makari came about. Chibuzor Chioma Makari Limited. So after we registered the company, I had to go and learn about the business. And after that, I started looking for clients, registered on TradeKey. We are looking for clients in Alibaba. And after I got one client, that client duped me. So the money wasn't more because it was just a trial order. But that duping me helped me to learn more about the business. And after that, the rest they say is what? It's history.
History.
So that's why I said it's not us. CC Makari Limited, as I'm talking to you, we load close to 40, 50 containers every month. Every month we load. Every month my containers are always in the port going because the clients are always ready. For example, now this is our season. From December till June is the season of charcoal because most of the people outside the country, they buy charcoal. Now, apart from charcoal, we are talking about business in general. Business in the sense that once you have this business idea, you now start looking for funding. Now, I've given us 2 different fundings. I've mentioned 3 different fundings. I've talked about investor funding, which is talking to somebody who has a lot of money but you don't know what they want to do with the money. Let them come and invest into your company. And also, mind you, for someone to invest into your company, the person must see capacity. I keep telling people, if somebody drives a GLS or GLE, the latest Benz to my house and tells me to invest into him, if I ask the person, do you have a landed property somewhere? Do you have a house of you? And the person says, no, I will not invest. I will not invest because the car the person is driving is not a collateral, can never be used as a collateral. The car the person is driving does not guarantee your funds. What guarantees your funds is the assets. The car is not an asset as far as I'm concerned. It's the asset. That is why
it's a liability.
That's why banks do not take cars as a collateral. So
can I this thing you said made so much sense. I saw something on TikTok. One guy was explaining why African Americans, us blacks, the white people get better loans than us, because white people come to get a loan with a Subaru, but they have savings in the bank. But the black person will come with a Mercedes, all designers, she should know their pocket. So the same thing is, yeah, you're very right about that.
So
yeah.
it's not an asset. So I look at these are the things I look. So what I'm saying is that for every one of us, if tomorrow your uncle, your aunties, your niece comes to your nephews and says, uncle, auntie, I have this business, so come and invest in it. Please look at the capacity of that person. So that tomorrow, if your funds are not, your funds are swallowed in that business, you have something you can, you can speak to the person about, okay, since the funds are not available, you have a land somewhere else. Please, we need to have an agreement that land, if you sell it, so and so amount comes to me. Or you can also tell the person to give you a sort of a collateral, in the sense that there was a time some years ago, 2 years ago, I needed some funds, extra funds to put into my business. I met a man, and the man said, no, I'm not going to give you my funds, except to give me a collateral. And then I had a land in Lekki Phase 2, and I told the man, I have a land in Lekki Phase 2. I have a deed of assignment of the land, and the man accepted, collected my deed of assignment in a land worth, then it was worth 40 million naira, and the man gave me 20 million. But the reason why I gave him that collateral was because I was very sure that the business is a business I've been doing, is a viable business. I was very sure that I could get the man's capital back to him when I'm done.
Why didn't you go to the bank?
Now, this is the advantage. If you go to the bank will tell you to bring your grandmother's blood, your great-grandmother's blood. In fact, your newborn baby, yet the one you're yet to deliver, they will tell you to bring it. Banks do not take deed of assignments as a collateral. If you're giving them a landed property, it must have C of O. And once that land has C of O, they go through a lot of rigorous processes. Bank might delay you your loan. At the end of the day, even the business idea, the business go. That you want to. So
you forget the business you want to use the money for.
Exactly. In fact, to shock you, some of the banks will even want to involve themselves in the business.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Lotus Bank called me one time. Lotus Bank, that was early February. I don't know how they got my number. They said they got it from Export Promotion Council. And they called me, they said, Paul, that they are ready to finance, give me loan. Like we finance my export business. But they want to be part of the business. A bank, Lotus Bank. They said if I load charcoal from my warehouse, that I must not take the charcoal to my warehouse. They will set up a warehouse in Lagos. I will bring the charcoal to their warehouse. There will be a lot of processes they gave me that was not, for me, wasn't viable. For me, it could kill the business.
As an Igbo man, you look at me, say,
Yeah, I mean, some of these banks are very intelligent. Once they get this business idea, some of these directors will become exporters of charcoal, and before you know, they dump you one side. And you are not. A lot of them are businessmen and women, but we are more smarter than them because we know what they want. So what I'm saying is that you need to be very careful who you give your funds. Please, very, very important in business. If it is a business you are not in charge of, please do not just give your funds anyhow. You must make sure the person has a collateral for you, a security. You might not necessarily collect the security from them. Then you must make sure they have, so that just in case. Now, on export of charcoal, I've said it. On export of charcoal, I'm going to talk about the export of charcoal today. Then we dive into something else. Maybe other times I can talk about other businesses. Then we'll have other time. Now, for export of charcoal, very, very important. One of the most important things is getting a client. Once you have a client, which is a person you're going to be exporting the charcoal to. Whether it's in Poland, there are so many, most of the countries export charcoal. Most of the countries in Europe. Now, once you get a client, you now start what we call a contract. A contract is how the person is going to pay you. For example, the kind of contract I sign, you can't eat my money. Because I will get my money first before charcoal leaves Nigeria. The kind of contract I have is that once the charcoal goes inside the port, the person pays me 80%. Once the vessel loads the container starts moving, I take my remaining 20%, which is 100%. That's the kind of contract I have. My money is secured. And I was able to have this contract as a result of trust. I've supplied to this client over time, and my product has been wonderful and excellent. So the client has no reason not to trust me.
So you can Paul, before you go further than this, I wanted to talk about that trust. Now you've spoken in confidence that you must have my money, I must have my certain percentage before I'll ship. So as a new starter, how do you gain that trust, or how do you make them trust you that if they pay you money, that that product is living Nigeria, anywhere? Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, now for you that is a supplier, you need to know that every negotiation is in your hands. because you are the one supplying. So what we do from the onset, some of them might not accept to give you the 20% yet. They will just tell you, okay, I'll pay you 80%. Then you must make sure the 80% covers your capital and you make some profit out of it. You must make sure that's the starting. You must make sure when I started, I made sure my 80%, I had a small profit. For example, if my total profit is 500K, I make sure that 80%, at least I make 100 to 400,000. So that in case the container gets there and the man tells me one story or the other, you have 200,000 naira profit. I'm not losing my capital. I'm making some money. So you must make sure that the 80% covers your capital. Once the 80% covers the capital, the total capital is in that business. That is from the beginning. This is based on your question, how do you build trust? So if they don't give you that, because the reason why they will tell you they don't want to give you the 20%, because they don't know you. They are thinking that maybe they will give you the 100% now, you don't go ship charcoal to them, because the charcoal is still in Nigeria. I mean, a lot of Nigerians do it. Once these white guys pay them, they change the bill of lading to another customer. So some of them will tell you, okay, we'll pay you 80, 50 to us, the remaining 20 once it gets there, then you must make sure the price you're giving them, the 80% covers your capital. But for me, it covers my capital and a little profit. Now, once the container, the charcoal gets there, and the quality of the goods is good, and they pay you 20%, don't you think that transaction not goes smoothly? That's the trust. That's the trust they need. Now, the trust is that they gave you 80%, you did not run away with it. The charcoal you sent to them was of good quality, and they sent you that 20%. You can see. But if the person refuses to send you 20%, you already know that this is a bad client. You run away. At the end of the day, have you lost your money? No, you've not lost your money, because the 80% has already covered the words.
Okay, I understand now, yeah.
So have I answered the question, Akuko?
Yeah, yes, you have. Akuko Fifi.
Ififi.
Without you going further and missing certain crucial points for us who are learning, why is charcoal an essential commodity? What do they use it? Do they use it to fan themselves in wherever they get it? What do they use it for? So what will make me want to start looking for this charcoal to sell it to the people? What is in this charcoal? What is it about charcoal? Because as far as me and you know, charcoal, God will pour in the garden.
Exactly.
That's where it goes. So why is it now essential? Why is it exportable? Why is it business?
Charcoal has been essential all this while, but just that Nigeria as a country did not queue into it. You know, from initially we were not an export-driven country, in the sense that our whole focus was on oil. Oil. So we didn't look at other exportable products. The rate people export foodstuff now was not the rate they exported foodstuff from 10 years ago. Hope you know.
Sure.
From 10 years, it was not the rates. Today, almost everybody can export foodstuff out of Nigeria to the UK.
And US too, Canada.
Into the US and whatever country. But initially, it wasn't like that. It's just that as our country begin to develop, organizations were now put in place. Creation of Export Promotion Council to checkmate export and the rest of them. Now, why charcoal is very important is because of the things they use it for. Some of them use charcoal for furnace. Furnaces, they use it to melt iron. They use it to melt iron. They use it to make for the iron to look more crystal. This is because our charcoal in Nigeria, our wood, charcoal is gotten from wood. I think I just have 15 minutes. No, I have 10 minutes. Now, charcoal is gotten from wood. Now, this wood, our wood is one of the best. The carbon content in the Nigerian charcoal, you cannot get it anywhere. And it is that carbon content they need in furnace. It's that carbon content they need. Secondly, some of them use it for this barbecue we do, barbecue fish, barbecue meat when we are having party, especially during winter. Especially during winter. It is charcoal they use. For example, I was at Asda, there's a supermarket close to me, and I went there and I saw some charcoals piled up there, and people were buying it because they wanted to use it for barbecue and the rest of them. In fact, I just went there and said, what I was interested in was the contact. I don't take the number of the company. I've even called them.
So it's not supplying them.
I'm going to be supplying them. That's the plan. So you see why I tell you opportunity, they pass me by. A lot of Nigerians have seen that charcoal, but they did not see opportunity in it.
I go to Asda every day.
We don't pay attention, yes. I never paid attention.
So once you go to Asda, Audi, you will see charcoal. You can see numbers of the companies there. You can engage them and tell them that you want to be supplying them, understand? But some of them will decline you, but keep, you have to be persistent. You have to keep going and keep going and keep going. Then at the end of the day, by the time you send mail to 10 persons, one will respond to you. So,
sorry, you said something initially that when they ask for this charcoal, they want to be sure of the quality. Does it mean we have you? And you just mentioned now that the carbon content of charcoal from Nigeria is the best.
Yes.
So does it mean we have categories in Nigeria? Are there different types of charcoal?
Yeah, we have different types of charcoal. Now we have the charcoal. We have the charcoal what we call the barbecue. The barbecue is the small. The barbecue is the small charcoal. The barbecue is from 2 centimeters to 5 centimeters, which is 20 mm to 50 mm. That is barbecue charcoal. Now we have the one we call restaurant charcoal. Restaurant charcoal is from 5 centimeters, which is 5 mm, to 200 to 20 centimeters, which is 200 mm, which is the bigger size. That one is called restaurant charcoal. And now restaurant and barbecue is on the size. Now on the name, we have what we call sparkling charcoal and non-sparkling charcoal. Sparkling charcoal is the one you like to be hearing. Those ones are, there are some countries that don't buy it. Countries like Dubai do not buy that kind of charcoal because Dubai, they use their own for shisha.
Okay.
Before will be in your mouth.
Charcoal. How do you use charcoal?
No, that's what they put in that furnace and then throw the
charcoal they put now.
And throw the. You don't do shisha for Dubai now. Have you forgotten how it was?
No, I know, but I didn't.
You weren't paying attention. You were just busy puffing. I'll share the picture.
It is charcoal they use for chicha. The kind of charcoal they use, they call it ayin charcoal. It is very, very expensive, the most expensive charcoal. To load a container of that ayin charcoal can take you up to 6 million, 140 feet container.
It's a lie.
Yeah. And do you sell the ayin charcoal?
Yes, I do.
I have my own question.
Okay.
Yes, I do supply the ayin charcoal also. So, but I do more of barbecue because of the turnaround time. Now, ayin charcoal, you need to prepare it. In the sense that once you burn it from the bush, you bring it, you need to separate it because ayin charcoal is from 5 centimeters, which is 50 mm to 200 mm. So you need to remove the small one and just sieve the big ones. And you need to make sure that the sparkling ones are removed. Because once they see any sparkling charcoal inside, it's a problem. That is why I have boys. In my warehouse, I have 10 boys who are inside. Their work is to process this charcoal. Once they bring the charcoal from the bush, I have people who process ayin, I have those who process barbecue.
I can imagine the color of their nails, black.
Yeah, very black. Very black. But charcoal is medicinal. So
let me ask one question again before you go too far. What is the worst thing that could happen to somebody who is in this business? What will happen when you say bad business? Hey,
the worst thing that will happen is bad contracts.
Apart from bad contracts, to the product. If water soaks into that, nothing. Okay, good.
Charcoal does not get spoiled. The only thing charcoal does not like is water.
I have two questions.
Okay.
Here, you buy 2 types of charcoal, one with kerosene and one without kerosene. Do you guys put the kerosene in Nigeria before exporting or no?
No. The kerosene we do is at the process of burning it once we cut the wood from the forest. Now, this is how they produce charcoal. You go to the forest, you cut down the wood, you dig 6 feet ground, like if you want to bury somebody. You pack all the charcoal inside, pour kerosene, put on lights, then cover them. Make sure say no enter them. The thing will not burn on the ground. So once the thing finish burning, we'll remove the sand, we'll take cover them, then bring out the charcoal. Understand? Now, once they bring out the charcoal, now this is what we want. We'll not take it to our warehouse. Because you know why? If they bring out the charcoal, sand go enter and stone go enter them. So that is why it's very important to process it so that you remove those sand and everything. They get basket where they pay the silver from my warehouse.
I understand.
All the sand fall on the floor. Maybe one of these days I'll video my warehouse and send.
That's what I wanted to yeah.
That you people can see how these things are done. So as I'm saying, it is very, very important that charcoal is very important. What is the timer?
Happy? No, the chap can come to you. That's fine. We're a family friendly show.
Can even change nappy. We'll wait. So learning something interesting.
Yeah, they can come. They can join us. See what daddy does. Yeah.
Sorry, apologies for that. She came to take care of
Oh,
that.
we're a family-friendly show. Your
So-
kids can join you. That's fine.
So,
Yeah.
so charcoal is very important as job. They use it for barbecue fish, they use it for barbecue meat, they use it for furnace. These are the three things. Furnace is that they use to heat irons. So, like the client that supplied to in Poland, his name is Mirat Plus. Mirat Plus is one of the biggest production of steel
I have a question.
in Poland. Okay, let me finish. I don't forget my thoughts. Sorry. Let me just finish. I don't forget my thoughts. So they're one of the biggest companies in Poland in terms of steel. So they use it for those. These are they buy Mirat Plus buy barbecue. Now I have a client in Dubai that buys and they use it for shisha. They use it for shisha. That is what Dubai use charcoal for. They don't use it for any other thing than shisha. Some of them, from European countries, use it for heating in their houses. Especially those countries that are very cold. Some companies in Poland, some houses in Poland, they buy it for heating in their houses because of cold and the rest of them. So these are the different things they use charcoal.
So you've not tapped into businesses that need it for medical reasons. You know, there's lots of what is it called? Charcoal toothpaste. Charcoal toothpaste and all.
That's what I use. That's what I use now. I started using it.
Wait, what difference does it make? It don't mean anything. I did say that charcoal toothpaste is the right one. Can't you see my teeth? I use charcoal every morning.
Some companies also buy it and they use it for toothpaste.
They do, yeah. Do you have a client?
Charcoal toothpaste is one of the best toothpaste.
That's
what I use.
Yeah.
I use it. Yeah.
I
can show you guys. Ifeoma, can you show us if you have it? Liar, pants on fire.
They use it for toothpaste. So it's very important that these are the different. So Benson, let me have your question.
Benson
is doing
yeah. Could you ask your question? Yeah.
The question I want to ask is, burning this charcoal, and we're talking about climate change. How does it affect the climate? I know you are going to fall trees and burn them. And are you planting another trees?
Benson, thank you for this question. I was coming to this question. So thank you for asking. So I just answered it. Now, initially, what we were doing before, some 5-6 years ago, we were cutting and we were not planting. That is what Nigeria was doing. So at the time, the federal government had banned the export of charcoal. Now, what we did as exporters is that we started engaging them. Why did they ban? They said the reason why they banned the charcoal was because of deforestation.
Yes.
That we were cutting down trees and we were not
planting, yeah.
Planting. So we guarantee them. We needed to sign an MOU with them that as we cut one, we are going to plant 5.
Beautiful.
So presently, we have that MOU with them. What we do now is that we plant. So that's it. We plant. We as we cut, we plant.
So tell us practically, how do you plant? Practically, how does it?
We plant.
To understand it.
What are the kids? It's not being here.
Leave them to come join you.
Allow them to be with you.
You there UK, you know they're Nigeria again. They go harass you.
Well,
so let them come join you. Let them come join you. It's okay.
No problem.
You sure?
Yeah. How do you do the planting practically? Explain it.
We have a tree. For example, I need 3. We have the species. Once we get the species, we put the way they plant seed now for ground. Put them for ground. Then once we put them for ground, it begins to grow. Some of them take close to 20-30 years to grow. Some of them takes up to 50 years to grow. Some of them take 10 years to grow. So it doesn't grow. It's the lifespan of growing. But in Nigeria,
so why don't you plant before you cut them?
And we plant. It's a continuous thing now. Before you meet for my 2, you already have a jegule that you planted already. So
that's you.
To Olodia Papa, you are planting a jegule just like that. So the planting is following up like that. And there are so many trees. So we are doing this in respect to climate change, just like Benson. So Benson, I hope I've answered your question.
I have a question.
Okay, so let me ask you, Chibuzor, your warehouse is in Lagos, right?
Yes.
So is the Lagos
axis
that you
in Kwara State and Oyo State?
Lagos, Kwara, and Oyo.
Yeah, but where do you generate this charcoal?
Kwara State and Oyo State. We go inside the bush in Kwara, in Niger, and in Oyo State. There are so many bushes, inside bushes in Oyo State. There's a place called Shaki. There's a place called the Senyi. There's a place called the Gogo. There's a place called the Iwerele. There's a place called the Jeba, Sabongida.
And these are and in these places when you
in all of these places inside. I used to go to those places when I started the business newly, but I know they go enter there. I have boys already who do those things for me. So I don't even remember, but I used to enter. If I have a video, I'll text my phone. If I have a video, I'll share with you guys.
OJ, complete your question. Let me see if it's my same question. Go ahead.
So I was going to ask then, in that case, now that we know that you are established in the charcoal export business, are you interested in having somebody either understudy you, or like we talked about crowdfunding initially?
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask too.
Joint venture.
So it's either we understudy you to do the business, or if we want to be part of your business, are you open to such?
That was my question.
Because you have done the groundwork of going to learn how to do it and all that. We just want to come in
and get 2020 naira. 2020 naira.
Exactly. With our 2020 naira, is it okay if are you open to people
joint venture
joining? Yes, investing with you.
Yes, for me, I'm open to investors. For me, in my company CC Macan, we have a lot of investors, people who are planning to invest in my company. I have no problem with that. We have collectors if you want. We have landed properties you can give as a collector. There's some of the people who trust us, they don't request for these stuff. That is for me, CC Macan. Now, if you want to understudy me, I don't have a problem. If you want to understudy me, I don't have a problem. But just like I told the person that called me the last time, the most important thing is clients. So before you come to understudy me, make sure you already have a target market. You already have where you want to ship it to. Now, if you want to be shipping to my clients, it means I have to sell my clients to you. Now, the reason is this: when I got those clients, I bought it. So for the part that I bought it, if I'm giving it to somebody else, I'm also selling it to the person.
And we understand that.
I wanted to ask you that question. Is there a business secret which you are not willing to let out?
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no business secret. The only thing is that if you want a client, for example, you want to buy my client, you need a client to be supplying to. The first time I need to speak to my client, I find out if my client needs another supplier.
That's one question.
That is one.
Number two question.
If my client said yes, he needs another supplier, then me and the person cannot negotiate. Am I selling it to you outrightly? Or are you going to be shipping to this my client? Then you can be paying me commission for me.
Yeah. So Paul, number two, is there a chance, or do you think, is there any market within Nigeria for charcoal?
For charcoal, the local, I don't know. Initially, there used to be some white guys. I know of 2 white guys that opened the warehouse in Nigeria, and we used to supply locally to them. They will not process and export to their country. One of them,
so in Nigeria, there's nothing. There's nothing. Even the train companies, they no longer use charcoal, do they?
They don't use. Nigeria doesn't have a market for charcoal.
Okay, that's another question. The last question from me is on corporate social responsibility. So these little villages that you've mentioned, where you go and make this money, clearly you are deforesting the areas and trying to grow trees.
They are foresting.
What do you do for them?
Foresting.
Yeah, reforesting. You're deforesting and reforesting.
Okay, mind you, the places we are cutting down this tree. Where do you live in the UK? Sorry.
In London, in South East.
In London. Now, where we burn this tree might be from London to East Croydon.
Croydon, yeah.
That's the distance. The place where we cut down this tree, people are not living there. Now inside thick forest, so not the where.
But that place is owned by the village.
The land that is owned by people. So what they do is that they outsource that land to us. That is one. That is one social response. We are making money by outsourcing that land to us. Number two, so in those villages where we have those charcoal, we employ the villagers there.
Okay.
The manpower comes from the village. So employment is the village. Number three is that the village where we have those warehouses, they have what we call revenue. They collect revenue from us. For example, in Oyo State, they collect 5,000 per container.
Okay.
That is what the village collects. In Kwara State, they collect 7,000 per container. And they
So
use that
have you
money.
thought about this goes to the government, and we know how I'll use the word corruption and how corrupted we are.
I have 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. That this does not
I
even
have one
get
question,
to
Ifoma.
doesn't go to the locals. Have you ever thought of doing something for the locals, maybe helping in their hospitals or schools and having initiatives for them?
Sometimes when they have a project, they invite us, donate heavily to it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Invite us. Even when they're having their salad, all those that use this, so they invite us, we buy ram for them. So there are some things we do. We employ them, like myself, some of my boys, there's one I bought Okada for to hit his transportation because it was coming very, very far. So there are things we do for them as part of our social responsibility.
Well done.
Then just like I said, the most important thing is this business is the client. Once you get the client, you have a good contract. It mitigates the risk. But when you have a bad contract, that is where the guidance comes in. Whoever that wants to learn the business, you must be ready. That's why I always advise people. It's not just I want to do the business. If you're ready, it means you must be on ground. You go leave UK, leave US, go Nigeria. Learn them. Don't say, okay, let me allow my cousin to go and learn and give me feedback. No.
You have to do the work.
Very wrong. You have to go there and learn it yourself. For example, now I'll be traveling to Nigeria in January. The reason why I'm traveling is because my Pancane factory I'm building in Ekpe, they are bringing the generator I bought and the transformer, and I want to see it with my 2 eyes to be sure that and also do some work before I come back. I was in IJ, you were aware, and I was in Nigeria in August when in Saluna were doing that convention. And while I was in Nigeria in August, I was in Aba to see the man that was building the
you told us during the last time that you bought the main thing.
The machine I bought,
and then built it in Aba.
And that's why I love what Alex Oti is doing.
Port Harcourt Road is everywhere.
So I'm very sure that by the time I go to Aba the next time, they will be free. I'm going to be driving myself. I know to take public transport.
Oh yes, you can. Because my son-in-law said she took one bus from flyover to park without stopping. No. Wow. But I need to ask you. I need to ask you something because I know you have a few minutes. To piggyback on what Ojugo said, some of us are not business inclined. Even if you open this brain, open up, put business there.
The money
cannot. So for some of us that want to invest small change, can you? And it doesn't have to be today and everything. Like, if you can explain to us, okay, if you invest 10 naira, this is what you get every month. If you invest 50 naira, this is what you know what I mean? If you get, that was what Ojugo was trying to enjoy, because me and Ojugo, that if you open our brain, business no day there. We got a jab.
In most of my investors I have, in most of them, 9% of them, I give them 5%. Now, 5% of the amount of money they are bringing. For example, let me use one of them. There's a man that I have is 35 million.
We know our own no reach billion.
No, I'm just giving an example. I have is 35 million. So I give the man, what I give the man is 5%. I give him 1 million naira for 20 million. For every 20 million he gives me. And the man is comfortable with it. The reason why the man is comfortable with it is because the man is he sells shirt in Mandlas. And the shirt he sells in Mandlas, because of the rate of dollar, he doesn't make any money from it. So he said, instead of him going to produce another one in China where he will bring the goods to Nigeria, the goods will lie down in the warehouse, he's collecting the 1 million I'm giving him for every 20 million. And the man is happy. The man is happy. Understands? So these are what I do. I give 5%. If I want to give more, I can do 6, 7, depending on the way I feel about the person. Understand? The way I feel about the person. If you want to involve yourself into the business and say, okay, you want to understand me, you want to be exporting yourself, but you want it to be going through me. For example, you use your company and export. You use my company and export, then when they pay to your account. I can do that. But I will make sure that when the money comes, you give me my own share, you take your own. So these are various processes you can discuss, depending on what is suitable for the person.
You need to go. We can see you're really, really rushing.
Yeah, I need
Anybody
to go.
that comes to you.
Next week, Saturday, I'm going to be free. Both Saturday
and next week we have something, but we'll maybe the upper week.
I'm just saying that after that person is done, if we still have time, I can still elaborate. I can still just I just spoken about charcoal now. Next I'm going to be talking about Pancane. I'm going to be talking about football, which is system, because football is also very important. It's a very big business. A lot of us, maybe I'll open you people's eyes. Football. Then after football, then I'm going to be talking about the 2 other businesses that opened that feed and the reason why they feed, so that we can learn from it.
All right.
Okay.
And Chibuzor, if we give anybody, if we choose to pass on your contact to anybody for advice, they will quote Oche Kitchen, obviously, so you know they're coming from us.
Exactly.
And you give us 1%.
We're not putting it out there.
I'm
You
open to
come
that.
directly to us and speak to us. We understand who we are passing your contacts to. But like we know and be say, you be talking, I do, nothing will happen. Even if we Facebook, your business will prosper in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. So once again, it's an ongoing conversation.
Yeah.
I have to leave, but let's have this conversation more. There are other businesses I can expose. Even logistics business is a good business. Even though I opened it and it
I'd
failed,
love to do that one.
even though I opened it and it failed, the reason why the business failed was because of me, not because that the business is not viable. Understand? There's another one I opened called the iron scrap. I opened an iron scrap business in Owerri. Then I even have to employ.
I can do the scrap one because here in the Bronx, you have me and Benson were just talking about scrap work the other day. Yeah. Benson, the scrap one.
I'm gonna
go.
Bye. I will see you guys again. Thank you.
I will see you. Thank you, Chibuzor. Thank you, bro. All right, take care. Bye.
And we're going to find out IJ. I didn't like that you told Chibuzor that we have something for next week. They say hit the iron when it is hot. So we're going to find out from our viewers if they want a repeat show next week. He would come in and tell us about palm kernel. We can always
remember next week gave us only 2 dates, and this is the second date. So 7th and 23rd.
Look at you that can't even manage a business. Look at them looking for business ideas.
It's okay. It's okay. Bear one hit it at 48. And I'll be 48.
There's still time. There's still time.
Somebody wrote a book. Harry Potter writer. I think she was almost my dear, you never know when
I get hope. I'm just starting to build my career.
Okay, no, it's okay. If Dr. Chinyelu is coming next week, then it's fine. We can always have him after that.
Topic about night shifts. I really want, because I do a lot of night duties.
A lot of people complain about night shifts.
Yeah, I want to know more about it. But let's talk about today. I have learned so much.
Yes.
It is interesting, and the scheme or whatever he's doing.
Night shift is the best. Night shift is the best shift so far.
Come back on Saturday and talk to us about it then. The scheme where he allows people to invest and get a percentage is a very brilliant scheme.
Yeah, but his percentage is too high, 35 million.
No. What he remits to people who invest, depending on how much you put and how much you
if 35 million gets 1%,
no,
2,000. 2,000. If OJ brings 2,000, nothing now, 0.000%.
At least it's something that is better than nothing. Better than nothing, yeah. Again,
thank God we get a chance.
By the time I bring 2,000, you bring 2,000, Mama brings 2,000. That's 6,000.
6,000, exactly. We shared 0.00000.
So
this 2,000 dollar naira.
And people on the floor, if you have anything to ask, which we can pass down to him, please feel free to ask the question here, or you could write it, put it in the chat on Facebook or YouTube. Then we can pass the question down to Chibuzor for more information. But
or when he comes back next week, we'll start with the questions and then we'll continue. Yeah.
It's really packed and intense. I'm excited. It's as if I'm going to cut down a tree tomorrow.
From your back here.
When she said she's excited, I thought she was going to say, oh, I already know which account I'm withdrawing money to send to him. I didn't know that it is to go and cut tree.
No, Mama is interested in the AGU business.
I'll have to cut the tree, then plant another one.
Yeah, she'll do well. A lot of
everybody get the show. Mazi everybody can say good evening. Sorry I missed the show. You didn't miss the show. We're still going on. Yeah, we still have like 6 minutes.
Yeah,
left,
the show is, and he's asking if the show is recorded. Yes, it is. It's on YouTube.
It's live. Yeah. So if you have anything to talk about business ventures that people in Nigeria can do to export or locally for you to make money, you can chip in.
and tell us we're still
So
in Nigeria.
IJ, you're going to send the YouTube link to him afterwards. He would like to watch the show.
I sent it already. I sent it already when Informa
No, the YouTube. It will go on YouTube after the show.
Oh, okay, yes, yes.
There's YouTube after the show. There's plenty of business out there. It's just that people not identifying it. And it's strange that in Nigeria, we do not have the need for charcoal. It is very, very strange.
Because Nigeria is a hot country. What do you need charcoal for? The people who use charcoal, who do the local barbecue, they go to their villages and have people, collect wood for them. You know what I mean? There's always dry, like, branches to pick up. You understand?
Yeah.
I think what
it's the wood that they sell in Nigeria, not the charcoal, the wood itself, because that's what you used to cook or burn anything. We don't need the charcoal.
I think what Mama meant is Nigeria is trying to revive the rail lines.
Yes.
Okay. So she's wondering, why wouldn't we use coal to fuel the trains like they used to do in the past? Is that not why Enugu is the coal city?
Exactly.
Yeah, because they were producing coal. Yeah, because remember, I heard Nigeria used to export a lot, and then the government went bad, and shit went down. I don't know, but I don't think we use wood, not the charcoal. Wood, I know we use a lot in Nigeria.
For train, they use the charcoal. Probably you could tell me what from what you
train
said.
That was like in the 60s, 50s, 40s.
It got me thinking, and it may well be that people that need the charcoal already have their farms or their forest where they generate their own byproduct, and that could be the answer.
Like going back to like in Nigeria, what I know people use is wood. I don't see what we'll use charcoal for.
Yeah, because apparently coal is the one you dig from the ground.
IJ, not the one from the wood.
The one he just talked about is charcoal.
Charcoal is bought wood. Charcoal is bought wood. Yeah.
IJ, they use charcoal in Nigeria. Restaurants now found out that using charcoal is far more cheaper for them. There is this charcoal stove they made that is big. You put the charcoal and do everything, just like the way
I understand. Yeah, they use drum. They get drum. They open it. Yeah, we try to do that in Inuguta. They open it up and
so
you can still put your wood in there and
the food is in natural coal now very well.
Which is the same wood. Which is the same wood.
Yeah,
what they use charcoal here is different, because you can't burn wood here.
So IJ, talking about coal, because you're trying to tell the difference between a charcoal and the coal they use for engines. Where now you've been told, because I know you read it somewhere, somebody whispered it to your ears. You didn't know. That coal that comes from the ground, is it stone?
No, it's wood. It's burnt wood. It's burnt wood.
Okay.
Then that's the coal. That's the charcoal we're talking about. Yeah. I know. That's what I'm telling you, that we have in Nigeria, we have the real thing. So we just there's always dry wood. It's always sunny. It's always sunny in Nigeria. So the wood is always
subsistence farming.
So the wood is already kerosene. Then so we don't really anybody who buys charcoal for barbecue in Nigeria wants to do finesse. Because you can still take that wood, the dry wood, put it in the drum, pour charcoal, pour kerosene on it, burn it, and then your flame comes off.
Esther, are you there? Is Esther there? Esther,
she's here. She's here. Yeah. She's here.
Essie.
Yes, what's up? I'm here.
I'm good. Just to harass you a bit.
Hi, Essie. Welcome to the show.
In Ghana, what can you think of that they use charcoal more for?
You're asking me? I don't know. You know me.
I know it's not you. Yeah, you're not there so much. But have you heard of? Because I'm trying to crack my head and see, what do we use charcoal for in Nigeria apart from basic putting our woods together and producing that charcoal?
There's no other thing.
For cooking.
I don't see it.
It's for cooking.
The wood. That's why Jamaica
for cooking.
That we put
no, we use it for cooking. They sell it for cooking. Yeah, in the pots. We buy it and you use it for toothpaste to brush your teeth. Yeah, I know that, but I don't know what else they use it for.
Yeah, growing up is the one after cooking, you go and take it and then rub it to your teeth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Do you know what? I could recall seeing bags and bags of charcoals stacked up in Nigeria, but it never occurred to me, where is it going to? So it could be people like Paul. That's been taking care of Nigeria.
Where did you see it in Nigeria? Where did you see it in Nigeria?
In villages, yeah, bags. In this rice bag, the sack bag. They use it to pack charcoal and pile them in heaps. But now
maybe they were piling it for somebody who was buying it. Somebody like Chibuzor who was buying it.
Yeah, it never clicked. Never clicked.
And they'll probably go to people who cook with like woods and then take it, collect it like how people collect like batters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So I'll need to really go and find charcoal. I'm thinking of where to find charcoal. There's charcoal in my grandmother's kitchen. I'll see if I can make it.
Okay, guys. Thank you for a very lovely show. That brings us to the end of today's show. If you want to stay back and still discuss or argue the difference between charcoal and coal, you may stay back. But this is us signing out and going offline. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We hope to see you again next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay. This is
beautiful. Yeah, growing up, one after